Well, we have almost 100 people, 95 people waiting. That is probably a record. Welcome, everyone, to the Monday Night live stream. I appreciate you all coming out, hanging out, talking fish. Don't forget to share the stream if you want to. If you don't want to, at least remember to hit the thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. It means a lot. Let's just get right into it. Today we're going to talk about DIY projects, and the reason is I don't have any like specific projects to talk about, but I am looking for suggestions on what you all want to see, because I am building a fish room, and I didn't film my first fish room build because I did it before YouTube, and I didn't film my next fish room build because I was in too much of a hurry. And this fish room build, I'm going nice and slow and taking my time and doing it right. And I'm just curious what you all would be interested in seeing. Now, naturally, we're going to go over everything, when it's done. But as far as like DIY, I want to do more DIY stuff. This is why I did a DIY video with Dean a couple months ago, and I did a DIY video, kind of a DIY with Corey. And I feel like there's just not a lot of people doing DIY stuff anymore. And so that's what I want to get suggestions. I want to know what you guys want to see. Oh, I forgot to fix that going black. Oh, well. Next week. I'll probably forget to fix it next week too, but whatever. So let me grab my piece of scratch paper here and my pen. Fish tank wall. We could talk about fish tank wall because I haven't decided how I'm going to do my racks yet. I DIY'd my 2 tank stands. Yes, I've built so many tank stands, but all of them before YouTube, and I'm very sad about that because I feel like I make a pretty decent stand. So that's unfortunate, but Lord have mercy, autocorrect is killing me. Welcome to all the new people coming in here. It'll never work. Oh, wait. What are we talking about? Go for it. You got this, or something like that. Thank you, Lumpy Dog. I appreciate it. Joe says a quick video of your racking system would be nice. If it's not the standard King of DIY special or any other common ones, I'm sure it'll be very common and simple. But definitely. Melissa says auto water changers. So I'm not going to be doing auto water change. I can tell you what I'm going to be doing is splitting lines hot and cold off the hot water heater, and then going to a water, I forget what it's called, but you can pretty much set it to whatever temperature you want. So you take hot and cold, it goes into this one valve. You can adjust it to, I'll probably adjust it to like 75 degrees, and then it joins the 2, goes to 1, and then after that I'll probably have a shut-off valve in case I need to turn it off. Actually, it'll be off most of the time. And then from there it's going to go to a drip system, and then it'll overflow and then drain out. It's not going to be auto water changes because I'm not going to have it set on a timer or anything. I'm going to just be able to do water changes whenever I want to do them. In each wall will be on a separate valve as well, so I don't have to do all the tanks at once. I can do like one wall one day, another wall another day. Temperature control gauge. Yeah, I don't know why that was so hard to get out. That seems like a pretty obvious name. So that's how I'm doing my water. And it should be fairly easy, I feel like. Now, I've never done it before, so maybe it's not, but I feel like it should be pretty simple. Mixing valve, yeah, I'm sure there's a few names for it. But that's going to be what the water system is. And the reason I'm doing that is because one wall is going to be 20 talls, and that's where all my breeding is going to take place. The other wall is going to be 40 breeders, and that's where I'm going to do like all my planet tanks, show tanks, where I can spotlight products and things like that, plants. And I don't want to do like daily water changes on planted tanks. I want to do it like once a week. So whereas my breeding tanks, I'll probably be changing water like every single day. So I just watched the Untold Story of Aquarium Co-op on YouTube, and it's really cool. I think I watched that. It's pretty old though, right? Like a couple years ago. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. What do you think of algae scrubbers? I think there's cheaper options, like just buying a sponge out of a grocery store or something. But again, it kind of depends on if you have glass or acrylic. Michael Faulkner, what's up, buddy? Got the night off. I don't have to just lurk. There you go. Would love to learn more about nitrate reactors and how to make one to help lower your nitrates. I would never do that. I mean, I use plants, and that's how I lower nitrates. Plants and water changes. And when you have plants, I don't really want to lower my nitrates. Like, nitrates are a good thing with plants. So I'll probably never... I hope this doesn't turn into like give me some suggestions for DIY, and then I'm going to be like, oh, I'm not doing that. Nope, I'll never do that. Nope, not going to do that. Am I going to do a carbon reactor on the water for chlorine? So it is well water. I won't have to worry about it, but I'll probably do a carbon filter just to do it because I've never done one before. They're simple, they're easy, and it might make an interesting video. So yeah, I'll probably do it just because I think it would be fun and something I've never done before. Although I don't know how fun it would be, but I mean, it can't hurt anything, right? So why not? Plants. A lot of people saying plants, immersed plants, please. I don't know what that means. Immersed, like you want me to do an immersed plant setup. Really have no plans to do anything like that. I used to do it, and I don't have a need to do it right now, and I don't know that I ever would. But I don't know if that's what you're asking. Like, you want an immersed plants setup? I don't know. You'll have to elaborate. What plants am I growing? I'm not going to grow anything specific. It's just, and I'm sure I'll change all the time. But I really, some of my favorite plants, Rotala, Laguidia. I'm sure I'll be doing a lot of boosts and crypts. Definitely lots of crypts. Like, crypts are easy mode. And look really good when they're healthy. And obviously like Anubias. I'm not really a big Java fern person, but if I could find like a good narrow leaf Java fern, I would definitely do that. That's one of my favorite plants. Multi-Jagger with the $10 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Says, hey, Bob, happy Monday. May I recommend investing in generators for the fish room? I only have one tank, but I have a small electric generator. Well worth it when my power went out from my bad transformer. So, I will be doing backup, and it's not necessarily going to be, I'm going to do a solar generator is what I'm doing. And we'll see. So the air pump, the Aquarium Co-op air pump, linear piston or any of the LPH 45 models, they run 1 amp. And so it doesn't really take a lot of solar or power in general to power 1 amp. For instance, I've shown it before, it's over there, so I'm not going to grab it, but I got a 16 amp battery to hook up to my solar panels. So theoretically, it should run 16 hours just on that battery when the power goes out. Now, if I get 2 of them, it'll run 32 hours, and I can just keep combining them. I could essentially have like a week's worth of backup power. I'm not worried about heat because the room is going to be super well insulated, and generally the power is not out for long enough here to worry about heat. Usually maybe 2 days at the most, and if that's the case, I would just use like propane heat or something like that. So the only thing I'm concerned about is keeping the air going. Boost is the hot thing right now, I feel. I think people are figuring out just how easy Boost is. I think when Boost hit the market, it was so expensive, people just assumed that it was like a difficult plant to grow, when in reality, it's just a rhizome plant. It's not any harder than a Java fern or an Anubias. They're super easy to grow. They're just slow growers. So I think as more and more people figure that out, they're gonna keep getting more popular, and hopefully the price will come down. Danny Kane Aquatics with the $5 super chat. Thank you. I'm sure Danny is still laughing uncontrollably. Yeah, I just was at their live stream last night, and I made the comment, like, every time I go to their live stream, Danny is just laughing nonstop. I never know why. I'm always late to the show and miss the joke or the punchline. It's just nonstop. It's always pretty funny, though. And Curtis Schindler with the $1 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, you know what? This is the second month in a row that we're starting out with a live stream. I don't know why. I always like starting the month off. Well, I know why. I like starting the month off with a live stream because live streams get lots of views. And so when day one of the month starts with lots of views, it just helps me stay motivated for the rest of the month. So 2 months in a row, I like it. First day of the month, starting with the live stream. I don't know why I brought that up, but I always like it. Same with small Anubias. Yeah. Yep. Like, I don't know. Is there a rhizome plant that's actually hard to grow? I'm sure there is, but I can't think of any. Like, they're all super easy. You know, granted, you're not burying the rhizome, but that should be pretty, hopefully obvious that you don't do that. Boost is pretty much exactly like Anubias. Yeah, exactly like Anubias. Yeah, definitely. Ramshorn snails seem to love Boost leaves. If you try to starve them out, they prefer the green wavy over purple. I've never had an issue with snails going after Boost. That's interesting. Maybe there's just too much other stuff for them to eat. When is the best time to fertilize your aquarium? Lights on or off? If on, right when they turn on, or wait. So, when it comes to iron is always better when the lights are out. When I did it, I usually, when I was like hardcore into plants and I got I won horticulturist of the year and I'm, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Anyways, when I was hardcore into plants, I fertilized an hour before the lights came on. And then I fertilized iron an hour after the lights went off. Because iron dissolves like super fast in planted tanks. Especially when the light's on. Sean says my newbies always die, like rot die. Well, are you burying the rhizome? Because you definitely don't want to do that. My GH and pH are low. My kg, maybe KH. That was good. And I think my fluval stratum is doing it. How can I raise it? Oh, yeah, I'm sure your fluval stratum is doing it too. You're going to need like crushed coral, some type of calcium. I use crushed coral. I guess I shouldn't say most people, but I use crushed coral or aragonite. Some people use like crushed oyster shells. You're definitely going to need something like that to help balance that out. How does one win horticulturist of the year? So it's usually done with local aquarium clubs, and basically you get points for how many species that you propagate. So just grow a lot of plants, propagate them, and then once you propagate them, you get points. And there's different like tiers. So the harder the plant is to grow or propagate, the more points you get. So something like jungle val would be like 5 points. And something, I don't know, styrogen repin is not that hard, but not really the easiest, would be like 10 points. And it kind of scales like that. And as long as you as long as you beat everyone else, then you get horticulturist of the year. So I got horticulturist of the year and breeder of the year, either the same year or back to back. I'm not sure. And breeder of the year is the same way. So the more fish you breed, the more points you get, essentially. I don't do any of the breeder awards program stuff anymore because there's some things that I don't agree with how they do it. And so, yeah. And then I don't do the horticulturist stuff anymore either because I already got it. I guess I already got the breeder one too, so I don't know. Fish Tank Barn, 600 more subscribers to go till pie. Yep. It'll happen. It'll be this month. We'll hit 50,000 subscribers, probably, maybe even by next week, because I have one video doing really, really well right now. And so maybe next week, if not the Monday after, we'll have to arrange some sort of pie. So people don't know, I've never had pie in my life. And the deal was, when I hit 50,000, I will try my very first piece of pie. So yeah, we're getting pretty close. I'm pretty excited. Not for the pie, just to hit 50,000. Andrew R. with the $20 super chat for the new fish room build. Thank you. Thank you. When I built my fish room in 2019, like, compared to what the price of wood is now, it is absolutely insane. Even like OSB, which is like the cheapest wood you could buy, is like $30 some here. And I was buying it for like $9 a sheet. It's just ridiculous. I cannot believe it. I hope it goes away. Let's get back to normal. Come on. I can't stand these wood prices, man. They're just killing me. I'm like, it's so bad. I'm like, if I see like just a scrap piece of wood on the side of the road, I'm like, oh, pick it up. I'll use it somewhere. It's insane. Kelly Foreman with the $10 super chat with Fish Room Fun. Thank you. I definitely really appreciate it. Like I said, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, and Master Photographer, what's up? Says, don't forget to smash the like button. Smash the like button. How have you never had pie? Because I'm just not a sweets person. There's lots of dessert type foods that I've never eaten ever. And there's just a lot of stuff that I've never had because it just doesn't interest me. Like, I'm not afraid to try new stuff, but I have to be interested in it. And I'm not interested in sweets, so I don't try a lot of sweets. Like, I'd rather have like 2 steaks than like a steak and a piece of pie, if that makes sense. Simply Better says, oh, nice, you're close to 50K. Congrats. I know, getting pretty close. Like I said, I got that one video doing really well right now, so it's going to be any day now. Why is wood getting more expensive? Because of the COVID. I don't know if I'm still not allowed to say that on YouTube, but that's why. Supply chains have been shut down. Everything was shut down for a long time, so everything's got to ramp back up, and then hopefully prices will come back down. That, and in the US, the housing market has been going like full tilt for way too many years in a row. Like, housing prices, they're just building houses like crazy. So it's just supply and demand right now, and factor in COVID and supply chains being shut down. Bob's not saving any leftover fish tank glass, but he's hoarding old shipping pallets. Yeah. I am. So that 75 gallon that leaked a little over a year ago, I believe, maybe a year and a half ago, I still have that tank, and I was going to post it on oh, my dogs are going crazy. I'm sorry. I was going to post it for free on the local reptile forum. That's all you can pretty much use it. I'm not going to reseal it. But then I was like, you know what? I could use those panels of glass for something. So I might actually keep that. Anyways. Mountain Man Aquatics, I like that name, says, I do the same thing. I actually only use free or reduced price goods and materials. Yeah, so there's a fencing company that's like a mile away from my house. And, they tear down old fences and build new ones, and then they put all the scrap just out on the street. And I drive by that every couple days and I've got some pretty good pieces of wood, some like 4x4s I've gotten. And most of it's trash and rotted and things like that. But every once in a while, I score some nice wood there. That sounded weird. Smiley Aquatic says, do I keep any shrimp, and what kind? I've got chocolate Neos. I've got regular red cherries. I've got orange. Oh no, actually I just gave away all my orange shrimp, so the orange shrimp are gone. I've got blue pearl, not blue dream, but blue pearl, I believe. I've got red crystal and a mono shrimp. Cut it down for lids. Yeah, that's one thing. I also thought about getting real crazy and cutting up my 300-gallon acrylic tank. But I don't know how crazy I want to get. So, Neos are where it's at. Oh, for sure, Fish Nerd. I was just watching. Oh, speaking of the little carbon filters for your drip system, Fish Nerd has that video on his channel. So check that out if you're interested. I'm pretty sure it was Fish Nerd. I think it was like a long time ago though, so I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Fish Nerd. I try to reuse stuff when I can, especially PVC pipe. Yep. So so I had the fish room in the house. I had the fish room in the garage. I tore down the fish room in the garage first. I moved as much as I could into the fish room in the house, and I'm now transferring like all the airline system into the fish room in the house, and I just have like random tanks set up with fish that I want to keep, and I might show that. It's kind of messy though, so I haven't really shown any of that. But I've got like 5 species of rainbows, and of course my hairy puffer and things like that. Okay. I'm still looking for some. I just unsubscribed to save you from the pie. Hope everyone is doing well. Whew, the pie saver. That's funny. I don't know that I would cut down a 75-gallon for lids though, because that glass is pretty thick. I feel like that would be a waste. If I was smart, I would cut up all the 10s, but I just don't have time to do that. Like, I seriously have like 30 or 40 10-gallon tanks, and I just don't have time to sit there and cut them all up. If you were closer, I'd make you homemade no-bake cheesecake. I don't know what cheesecake is, but I can guarantee you I would never eat it just because it has the word cheese in it. I don't want any cake that has cheese in it. I have no idea what cheesecake is, but I'm assuming it's called cheesecake because there's cheese in it. I'm just assuming. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but that sounds disgusting. Cheese and cake. I'm so stingy. I reuse my fish water on my plants. So I do water my lawn with the fish water for sure. Zen Ginger dropping the Fish Nerd DIY drip system and carbon pre-filter. There it is. And honestly, I'm going to be stealing a lot from his build because I'm doing the drip system as well. So yeah, definitely got to shout out the Fish Nerd because I'm going to be stealing a lot of his ideas. I really like the valves that you can adjust, so you can do like half a gallon per hour or a gallon per hour. I really like those. I didn't know those even existed until I saw that video. How do I not know about cheesecake? I'm telling you, because I have just no idea about dessert foods. I don't like sweets. I want to tell you, Bob, my stir-fry Corey's finally bred. Nice. When I fed them live blackworms. Ooh, I like it. I've been preaching live blackworms for years on this channel for Corey's. Thank you for the advice. It did the trick. You rock, dude. Thank you, PRJ since 1990. I'm always glad to hear when my advice worked for someone. Trish says, I have a drip system. Live under a rock. Bob, cheesecake doesn't taste like cheese, but does it have cheese in it? Let's just answer that. Does cheesecake have cheese in it? What blood parrot tank mates would you do in a 30-gallon? Well, 30-gallon is too small for a blood parrot. So, I mean, long term, I don't know if it's just small right now, but long term, you're going to need a bigger tank for a blood parrot, in my opinion. So, honestly, right now, I wouldn't do anything. I would just keep it the blood parrot. Block assassin? I don't know what that means. Cream cheese? Well, cream cheese is even more gross. Like, cream cheese, I'm sorry we're not talking about fish right now, but cream cheese and cottage cheese are like the 2 grossest things ever invented. Like, seriously. Disgusting. Just try it, for crying out loud. No, I would never. If you say cream cheese, I'm gone. I'm out. Nope, I'm not doing it. That's all you had to say. Never gonna try it. Anyways, cheesecake is amazing. You're missing out. Hey, it just means more for everyone else. I mean, seriously, like, I'm fat enough. Stop trying to force this food on me. I mean, if I ate sweets, I couldn't imagine how fat I'd be. Bob, I love your honesty. Well, I always try to be honest because I'm not smart enough to lie. I maybe not smart enough, but I don't have the memory to lie. So it's just easier to be honest. It's way easier. I mean, and even if you have a memory, you should just be honest anyways. I don't. I have a terrible memory. Does anyone sell plant trimmings or overgrown plants to local fish stores, and any tips? So I would tell you, when I did it, you want to make it as easy for the store as possible to resell it. So what does that mean? If you go into your plant section in your store, however they have their plants set up, that's how you want to sell it to them. So if all of their plants are in pots, then you want to pot your plants before you sell it to them. If they just buy bunch plants and stick it into the gravel, then bunch your plants and sell them to them that way. Whatever you can do to make it easier on the store, they're going to be much happier with you and want to do more business with you. Disgusting to you, Bob. If we ever play Truth or Dare, do not choose Dare. I got cream cheese right here. I learned a long time ago not to play that game. Whew. No, thanks. Anyways. Curtis says same. It's just better to tell the truth. Yeah, honestly. 10-4 on pecan pie. Oh man, you guys are all about pie right now. Oh, this assassin guy, the Mr. Ranger. Okay, we can just do that. There you go. Now I see what you're talking about. That's like, Timbo, tanking it easy. Bob, I'm 6'4", 200 pounds, pretty skinny. I eat cheese every day. I'm not saying cheese. I'm just saying sweets. So people ask, how have you never had pie? Like, there's so many desserts that I've never eaten. And if I did have a sweet tooth, I mean, I'm 6'1", 280. So if I ate desserts, I'd probably be like 5'10", 400. All that weight would like suck my bones down and I would shrink. Man, I'm plenty fat. I produce enough Java grass for the local pet stores. I don't know what Java grass is. I've actually never heard of that. What's the oldest fish you have in your place? Probably the Goldfish King is going to be my Mabu puffer at this point. Maybe my Bala shark, the poor guy. I'll say the Bala shark is the fish I've had the longest out of all the fish I have right now. Oh no, I bought the Bala shark the same time I bought my Roseline sharks. So those are going to be the two oldest fish I have. Bob, pizza is pie, just saying. I know, and I've been trying to master making my own pizza. We're going so off topic. I'm sorry, people, but hey, if you want to talk about fish, you got to make a fish comment. Right now, people are talking about pie. So I can't help it. Anyways, I've been trying to like master making my own pizza. So I've been eating so much pizza. Like I gotta stop. I will say it's way more fun making your own pizza than ordering pizza or like frozen or, Domino pizza, whatever. I've been having a lot of fun cooking it, but I gotta take a break, man. Here we go. Here's a fish question. Does a 55-gallon sound good with 3 angelfish? So far, so good. 8 rummy nose, 8 skirt tetras, 10 black neon tetras, and 6 pygmy cories. Yeah, but you might run into problems with the pygmy cories and the angelfish. A full-grown angelfish will have no problem swallowing a pygmy cory. Like, just swallow it whole. So if they ever... it's pretty rare, but if they're ever spawning, sometimes they get angry and aggressive, and so that might be an issue. Have you tried carrot cake? No, I don't know what that is either. Like, obviously I've heard of it, but I don't, like, when I hear something like carrot cake, it makes you think that it's made out of carrots. And like carrots and sweets to me don't mix. Like, do they put carrot and chocolate? Like, what is it? I don't know. Like, I seriously know nothing about sweets. What would be the best cichlid for a beginner? Oh, that's a really loaded question. There's so many cichlids. Like, are you talking African cichlids, apistos, angelfish, dwarf cichlids, monster fish, cichlids. Yeah. Is an angelfish a cichlid? Yes, an angelfish is a cichlid. Trish says, hey, Jimmy, where'd you go? Jimothy. I asked fish questions and you ignored me, so on with foods. Did you? Ah, man, I'm the worst. Yeah, I probably can't scroll up that far. Here's a fish question. Timbo, taking it easy. Would endlers be okay for dither fish with Bolivian rams? Yes, Bolivian rams will probably eat some of them. But that's, you know, if you have endlers, you're going to get overrun anyway, so that's not the worst thing in the world. Can we stop with the pie cake questions? His responses are going to make my head explode. I'm sorry, I just don't know. Carrot cake usually has cream cheese. Why is he putting cream cheese in crap? Like, seriously. What would you put in a 75-gallon Mbuna tank? I would do... My favorite Mbunas are the... is it Sinotilapia? Is that what I'm thinking? I'm going to have to Google it. It's been a while since I've been in the Mbuna world. Sinotilapia. Yes, Sinotilapia. I would do a 75-gallon full of different species of Sinotilapias. They're a dwarf Mbuna. They're super colorful. They're not like super hyper aggressive like most Mbunas or some Mbunas, but they're not, I mean, they're definitely not, you know, they're not just pushovers either, but you can get so many different species of them. You know, if you do, they'll interbreed, whatever, that's fine. Unless, you know, you're trying to like breed for profit or something, but that's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. And thank you for the $5 super chat, Fish Nerd. Would Ember Tetras eat Corridora eggs? If your Corridors are spawning on the glass, they'll probably pick up the eggs. If they're spawning in the substrate, maybe not. Maybe not. But, yeah. K Stu says, what are your thoughts on Mexican dwarf crayfish? I bought a pair and one is psycho. So normally that is a pretty community safe, well, I was going to say fish, but it's not a fish. But normally they're super peaceful and I love them. If they were legal in Washington, I would absolutely have a bajillion of them. I would be spawning them. I'd be selling them. But they are illegal here. I used to own them. Like right when I started YouTube around there, I bought a bunch and had them shipped to me. Oh, hey, how you doing? That just fell over. My pile of hats just fell over. I got a whole pile of hats here. More hats. They were all piled up on my printer. All right. What was I talking about? I already forgot. What was I talking about? I don't know. See, I told you I don't have the memory to lie. That's why it's just easier to be honest. Something about when I first orange dwarf crayfish. So I got them the year I started YouTube, and then someone said they were illegal because I showed them on my channel, and then I found out that yeah, hey, guess what? Crayfish are illegal in Washington. So I fed them to my puffer, unfortunately, but I think they're super awesome. I wish I could keep them. I wish. I think I saw Casey Summers in here. If you're still here, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I hope everything's well. Haven't seen you in a while. JFK2 with the $10 super chat. Parrots work in a 55-gallon community? If so. So, I am definitely not a parrotfish expert. I wouldn't even say that I'm a beginner. I've never kept that fish. I've seen lots of people put them in 55s with like Jack Dempsey's and other Central American cichlids that get right in that 5 to 6 inch range. But I think they would work in a 55. I would probably, if it was me, oh boy, this is tough because I would never keep that fish. How many would I do in a 55? I'd probably do like 3 or 4 and then maybe some other types of fish. But again, if that's completely wrong, then I'm just a terrible fish keeper and don't know. I wish I had some better advice for you, JFK2, but parrots are just not, they're just not my bag, man. They're just not for me. Steenfott Aquatics, do you know of a way to find out what fish Aquarium Co-op has in stock? I live in Bellingham, Washington, so I want to make sure they have what I want before I drive 2 hours to get there. No, I don't, but I can kind of help you out in that on the Aquarium Co-op forums. I believe Robert, the store manager, posts what new fish they get in every week. So that might be helpful. And that is, let me see if I can... Aquarium Co-op Cares is their forum. Here we go. And this is an awesome forum. If you guys are not on this forum, you should be on this forum anyways. But somewhere in there... Oh, here we go. Aquarium Co-op's local announcements. And I'm pretty sure in here... Yeah, new fish for the week. New fish for the week. So yeah, every week they post what new fish they get. Now, by the time you get there, they could be sold out, but at least it kind of gives you something. Something, I would hope. Dinky Winky Dog. Jeez, I like that name. It makes me smile. I like it. Is it abusive to only keep 2 pea puffers? My 2 are happy, and the last pair lived 7 years. They said on Facebook that it was abusive to not have 6. I don't know that it's definitely not abusive, right? It's not like you're in there beating them with a hammer. You know, it's not abuse. Is it ideal? No. Could they be happy? Yeah, they definitely could be happy. Do they like to be in large groups? Yes, they do. But you know, there's no like, I don't know. There's no way to know, right? It's just, what am I trying to say here? So they like to be in large groups, but are they unhappy? I mean, they could be like the best buddies in the world and be perfectly happy living together for the rest of for their entire life. I mean, you don't really know. If they're not showing any signs of aggression, they're not like fin nipping other fish or each other, then they're probably just happy and content. You know, it's definitely not abuse though. That's going way too far. I mean, when I think abuse, I think of like people beating their dogs and stuff, and you're not doing that. Stu Dog 93 says, okay, thank you. I was mostly wondering about Dean's Angels. I know they don't always have them. Oh yeah, see, I don't even know about that at all. Like, I know sometimes he drops off fish. I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't know how many. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. And Dinky Winky Dog, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Hope that was helpful at some point. Definitely not abuse though. That's ridiculous. John says, lately I have an eye on threadfin rainbow fish for my 90-gallon community tank. What are your thoughts? So threadfin rainbow fish are super awesome. They get bigger than people think because a lot of times you buy them and they're right around an inch, but they can get like 2.5 inches. So they get quite a bit bigger than what you buy them as. And then you just have to make sure that nothing else in the tank, none of your other fish are fin nippers. I mean, they're feather fins, so they got long fins. So as long as you don't have any fin nippers in your tanks, you'll be good to go. That's all you got to worry about, fin nippers. And also, they're not like the fastest swimming fish because they have the long fins. So, you know, like I said, just make sure you have peaceful fish and they'll be just fine. Zenginger said, I've heard of many people with only three pea puffers, so I can't imagine 2 is horrible. Yeah, and this is like all fairly new information that's coming out as far as like in the fish keeping world. You know, it's pretty common for like, the problem is there's what, like how many pea puffer experts or even puffer experts are there in the world? Like a handful, right? And finding out that information from a handful of people and getting it spread out to everyone takes a long time. So a lot of this information I feel like is just making the rounds right now. But yeah, I mean, it's not fish abuse. That's just ridiculous. If I was in any type of Facebook group or forum that was like, this is fish abuse, I would leave it instantly. Well, I'd probably have some nice words with them first, you know, because I'm a nice guy, and then I would leave. I was at co-op yesterday. They have blind cave tetras. I scooped 6 of them. Nice. Nice to see local people on here. I love it. Tiffany White with the $5 super chat says, you should have pie in 2 weeks because it's one day after pie. Oh yeah, 3.1415. Yeah. I recommend fruit or chocolate. Yeah, I'd probably just do something like apple or something. I mean, I like apples, so I would hope I would like apple pie. I don't know. But thanks for the super chat. Hey Bob, how are my outdoor fish doing? So my the only fish I have left outside are my gold white clouds, and they're still schooling around. I only feed them about once every 2 weeks, and they survived the big freeze snowstorm we had, which wasn't a big storm at all, but it's still like the entire pond froze over and got about 6 inches of snow on it, and it all thawed out, and I broke through the ice and I saw them still schooling around down there. So yeah, pretty dang hardy fish. I was very surprised that they lived through that. Joe Williams says, a big problem with fish keeping is too many people just make up some guidance, and then 100 blogs and YouTubers just copy paste parrot whatever it was, whatever it was, and then it takes a lot more in doing. Yeah, I'm sure I'm more than guilty of that, especially with all the top X videos I've been doing lately. You know, I try to do enough research. I generally don't just go to one website when I'm looking up like care guides and things like that. I try to get multiple resources, and then a lot of it though, I think as well, Joe, is that it's anecdotal, right? Like, this is how I did it and it worked for me, so this is how I'm going to tell you I did it, and then 10 people could try that and it could not work for them. Like, I bred this fish and this is how I did it. Well, you're on the other side of the country and you have hard water. You tried to copy it the way I did it, but it didn't work because you have hard water, and now I'm the a-hole. I lied, right? I think there's a lot of that that goes around too, and it's not like people are doing it on purpose. It's just, here's how I did it. It may or may not work for you. And a lot of the hobby is that way. And there's not a lot of, I feel like there's not a lot of other hobbies that are that way. Like, I like cars. There's only, like, in my Jeep, there's only one way to change a bad alternator, right? If my alternator goes out, there's only one way to fix it. There's like a dozen ways to spawn one fish. There's only one way to change an alternator. So I feel like that's the other issue with this hobby, is that there's multiple ways to do the same thing. I don't know. Hi friends, workday over, time to feed some fish. Hello, Emily. If you had Planaria or detritus worms, would you worry about them? Nope. Where would they hurt the fish? The only time I get Planaria or detritus worms is when I don't have rainbow fish in my tanks, and I also have to I feel like I'd have to go like a month without water changes, and then I can start seeing some worms. But since I'm such a big rainbow fish nerd, like, I always have rainbows, and they scoop up those worms. I've had them. Which ones? I had a tank with, I think, just ember tetras at one point, and they had detritus worms, and they wouldn't touch them. And then I put pygmy rainbows in them, and like I couldn't find any more worms floating around anywhere. They just devour them. But no, the only reason I would worry is you only get those worms if you're like overfeeding or not doing water changes. So I would be worried in the terms of like the water parameters. But as far as them like hurting fish or being harmful, no, I wouldn't be worried. How many zebra danios can I put in a 50-gallon fish tank with white doors? What? Joshua, I'm not sure what you're asking. With white doors? White cloud minnows, maybe? You could do a lot of zebra danios in a 50-gallon. As long as it's a 4-foot tank, you could do a lot in a 50-gallon. I mean, easily like 20. Fish Room Fever rejoining the Steen Dream Team. Good to have you back, James. I was on James' live stream for like 2 minutes because of some miscommunication. I was supposed to be there the whole time, but that's why I'm chuckling. I'm not chuckling because you remember again. Are CPDs, orange, glow light tetra, coolie loach, Borneo sucker, and guppies fin nippers? All right, CPDs generally not. Glow light tetras, no. Coolie loach, no. Borneo sucker, no. And some guppies can fin nip, but generally not a big deal. So I would say you're safe. Excuse me. Too many variable plants, fish, and living organisms have many environmental differences from place to place. Yep. And I feel like I'm not even gonna go there. Not even gonna go there. We'll move on. Support your troops and athletes says Bob. You mentioned reptiles. I guess you keep. What type do you keep? I breed albino and snow turtles here, along with my fish. Also, I have no reptiles currently. I've gotten rid of all of my reptile collection because of my situation. I don't know. Actually, no, that's not entirely true. I still have the Mata turtle, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of that. No Candy tonight? I guess not. I don't know. I haven't seen her yet. If she popped in and said hi and I missed her, then I apologize, but I guess not. My Von Rio Tetras fin nip like crazy. That can definitely happen, but they didn't fin nip when I kept them. So that's another thing, like anecdotal. I'm going to say I've never seen them fin nip, but I've heard enough of other people say that they fin nip that I would call them fin nippers. But maybe you don't have enough. Usually that's the secret with tetras. The larger school you have, the less amount of fin nipping will go on. They're kind of like African cichlids in that way, where it's just kind of all spread out. They're also happier when they're in large schools. A lot of tetras will turn into fin nippers when they're stressed out. So if you only have like 4 or 5, the school's not large enough, they'll get stressed out and fin nip. Oh no, the reptiles. Yep, just the Mata turtle. And that's not even mine. That's Jimmy's. Rach, you asked about the puffer experts. I have no idea. Outside of what's his name, I don't know. So there's not enough of them for people to even know who they are. You have a baby snapping turtle? That's going to get out of control pretty fast. Man. Simply Beta has... hey, crazy legs. Nice moves. Yep. Jimmy doesn't want Mata back. So he can't have it in his apartments or condos or whatever it is. And so I'm going to have it for at least a year because I think they're in a year lease. And then whatever he decides to do after that, he'll either get it back or I'll just keep on keeping it, I guess. I don't know. What is your situation again, Bob? I thought you had to move or something. I'm not sure yet. Hopefully I won't have to, but the odds are I will. So I have to play the odds. So yeah, I've been just downsizing and waiting, and we'll be waiting for. I don't even know how long. I don't even know when I'm going to find out, to be honest. Fertilizing Aquatics, what's up, buddy? Thanks for the stream, Bob. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Thank you, my friend, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, all in all, life's pretty good, you know? I smuggled the baby snapping turtle onto a plane once when I was a kid. I was dumb. That's interesting. What are some reptiles you would like to get at some point? So, at some point in my life, I will own and breed, oh my gosh, green tree monitors. I don't know why I was drawing a blank there. I've always wanted green tree monitors since the very first time I saw them in Reptile magazine like 50 years ago. So eventually I will do that. And then as far as I'd like to get back into leaf-tail geckos. I used to breed leaf-tail geckos about in like 2011, 2010-ish. I bred leaf-tail geckos. So I would like to get back into those because they're really hard to get now, which also means they're insanely expensive. The reptile world is just getting hammered by new laws and stuff. So everything is just skyrocketing in price. And it's only going to get worse. But yeah, those are two that I would like to do at some point. Have you seen the guy that trained his ranchu to shoot soccer balls into the nets for treats? It's amazing. I think I have seen that. I think I have. Regina Phalanges. Phalange. $20 for the doggos. Does that mean you want to see the doggos? I feel like that's just going to cause problems. Hey, Chance. This guy's just sleeping down here. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Wake up. Wake up. Come here. Come here. Shh. Oh, see? Now this guy heard you. Come here. Now it's going to be... Over half you slackers couldn't be bothered to hit the like. Oh, come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, gosh. Oh, there you go. Oh, he's... You woke me up for this? Oh, there you go, buddy. There you go. Do I think a Guppy Molly hybrid would sell if I could somehow get a reproducing strain? I mean, I'm sure someone would buy it. I'm sure. Oh, I do have the newts still. Oh, I totally forgot about those. Sean, yes, I do have my rough skin newt. See, now all the dogs are in here. It's just going to be a mess. I'm going to knock over lights. Yes, I still do. I still do have the newts. I totally forgot. I just fed them before the live stream, too. I'm telling you, I got no memory. No memory. So, yes, rough skin newts and the Mata Mata turtle. The rough skin newts are in with Endlers. And they're in an Endler tank right now. The Goldfish King says, I got a white dog. I got it all covered. I got white, brown, and black. And speaking of my black dog, there he is right there. Hey. Oh, you just burped on my stream. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's gross. They don't want to hear that. Question, fin nippers. I had a female guppy that constantly was nipping the sides of full-size Millennium Rainbow male. Got rid of her fast. Heard of this? I bet it was the sparkling. Now, that might sound ridiculous to some people. But those rainbows, you know, they have that kind of sparkle on the sides, and that's probably what it was, to be honest. What, master photographer? Definitely. I don't know what you're talking about. You can't say that word on this stream, though, so no one else knows what you said. But I have no idea. Oh, man, someone approved it. Oh, geez. I've seen this with rainbows. When you add, like, shiny fish into the aquarium, like, they'll fin nip until they figure out that it's not food. So I wouldn't be surprised that's what the guppy was doing. Like, just, ooh, something shiny. I've heard that green tree monitors are fragile and about 1,000 a piece. I'm still looking for jeweled Lacerdas. Both are totally beautiful. Lacerdas are pretty awesome lizards. I almost got some. They're pretty similar as far as, you know, just being green, I guess. The other ones I like are whiptails. You don't see whiptails. They're kind of harder to keep, which is why you don't see very many of them. But whiptails are very beautiful lizards. I have my albino and snow turtles in a tank full of guppies breeding like rabbits. That's what they do. That's what they do. Also, Bob, I love the music at the end of yesterday's video. I have no idea what music that was. I have like 1,000 songs downloaded, and for the end screen, I'll just pick one and drop it in. I don't know. I don't know which one it was. Misunderstood newts. I may have lost my hearing aids. Oh, newts. I proved it. I thought it was funny. Whoops. I thought that was a normal enough word. Yeah, if, you know, whatever. It's, I don't know. Every once in a while, sure. But we do try to keep it somewhat family friendly, and, you know, I don't know. It's not that bad of a word, but still. One of my turtles fin nips guppies if he can catch them. Well, that's just normal. K-Stu with a $5 super chat says, Happy Monday, Bob. Will you ever have a camping video with good weather the whole time? Oh, yeah. Just wait till spring. A lot of people are just angry that all we do is sit around the fire. There's not much to do when it's raining out, you know. But come spring, there's going to be way more content. It's going to be, you guys will really see how beautiful this state is come spring. It's going to be amazing. And thank you for the $5 super chat. But yeah, we do plan on doing some catch and cooks and things like that. I'm not, you know, a big fisherman, but I can definitely do it when you're out in the wild and you need to eat. So there'll be some of that. There'll be some hiking, all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Megan Peterson said, EBA successfully bred and raised their fry. I moved the fry to another tank. EBA, I'm going to assume electric blue acara. The parents spawned again at the time. This time they are fighting more. Any reason? Their first spawns will take a while. It's pretty standard with a lot of these cichlids. If you're talking about electric blue acaras, I assume. So even if they spawn like perfect the first time, it'll still take them a couple times to like really figure it out. So you could have a good spawn, you could have a bad spawn, good, bad, kind of back and forth until they did figure it out. Eventually they'll be good parents though. They're generally pretty good parents. 10,000 songs and none of them are Beastie Boys? No, never. Man, are they awful. Holy smokes. Anyways, before I lose all my Beastie Boys subscribers, also, do you think there's a reason my mollies only seem to be producing females? There's some things out there that say that it's dependent, you know, pH can cause things like that, temperature can cause things like that. You know, with the reptiles, you can kind of mess with the gender by what temperature you incubate the eggs at. So there's a lot of theories like that out there with fish too. I don't know that there's anything that's like been scientifically proven. I haven't looked into it for years, but there is some things about like pH affecting that and stuff like that. What? Oh man, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. Anyways, spring is just around the corner. Might be heading your way sooner than later. I'm looking forward to going rafting again. There's so much. I you know, I don't dislike the rain. I like the rain, but I like it. You know, you get 3 months of rain and I'm over it. Then we get 3 months of sun, then I'm over it. So it's one of the nice things. We got all 4 seasons here. Just gotta be, you just gotta love all of them. Steenfott Aquatics is 4 juvenile angelfish, 7 cardinal tetras, a clown pleco, and a few rams overstocking a 29-gallon. Because you say juvenile, I would say no. But 4 angelfish and a 29-gallon, as soon as they grow, that's definitely going to be overstocked. Definitely. Like 29 gallons, that's like a breeding pair or like 1 adult. So you could run into problems. Oh my gosh, are you jealous now that you didn't get to be on the internet? Come here. No, don't knock over my light, please. Come on. Don't knock over my light. Oh, you knocked it over. Okay, come on. Oh, come on. This guy's too big. Too big to be on my lap. There you go. Oh, thanks for the hug, buddy. Thanks for the hug. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks. You just ate. I can smell it. Oh, yeah. That's a good boy. Okay. You got attention. No. Please leave me alone for about another hour. I totally understood the mistake, Master Photographer. It made me actually laugh out loud. I guess. If you had to choose one tank size for all your tanks in your next fish room, what would it be? Probably 75 gallons. 75 gallon is my all-time favorite size. Well, it also depends on the size of the room. Because if it was a huge room, then I would do 125s. But I feel like 75 is just a really good all-around size. Only one season here, and it's the Mojave Desert. What's his name? His name is Arlo. We need Adobe sticker now, Bob. Churn up the members already. We lost a couple members. We're at 176. We need 200, and then I think I get another emoji. So that's asking a lot. That's like 26 people just for one emoji. And the problem with the Adobe sticker is that he is black, and like my background is black, but I'm sure I have mine turned to night mode. I guess if it was on day mode, then it would be white and you'd be able to see him. Making you jealous. I love Dobies. It's such an amazing dog. Right off the bat, the most loving dog, most affectionate dog I've ever had. And It's funny that people don't realize, like, they get such a bad rap from Hollywood, but they are literally the sweetest dogs ever. And when I'm walking them, like, people will cross the street. I love it. I absolutely love it. But little do they know that all he would do is just kiss them and hug them to death. You lost him because you had bad mouth and Beastie Boys. I don't get it. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just too old. I don't know. But the Beastie Boys, like, everyone says they're so amazing, but all they do is scream into a mic. Like, you could take those lyrics, pick up any random dudes, and just have them scream into a mic, and that's the Beastie Boys. Like, it's not talent. Like, if they're writing the songs, okay, then they're good songwriters. But to just scream in a mic, they don't even sing. They just scream into it. They yell into a mic. I don't know. That's just, to me, that's not like real music, I guess. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know anything. When you reach 200, you'll have to eat a piece of cheesecake. No, it would take a lot more to get me. See, now you should have fooled me. You shouldn't have said there was cream cheese in it, because then maybe I would have done it. But cream cheese, no way. Connie Corso is on my list of dogs that I want for sure. What's the easiest, cheapest way to DIY an aquarium stand? Just buy some 2x4s. Although, they've gone from like $3 to $8, at least here. So maybe not the cheapest way anymore. But you can never go wrong with 2x4 stands. It's the easiest and still probably the cheapest way to do it. Timbo taking it easy says, I agree, can't stand it. Thank you, finally. I don't get it. I don't, it's to just scream into a mic. Like, it's not talent. Like, anyone can do it. I could do it. Just give me some words that you want me to scream and yell, and that's what I'll do. I know that Brian, I get it. They're considered legends, but, like, I feel like you take the song and you can replace those dudes with any dudes anywhere and have the same success. That's all I'm trying to say. Because anyone can yell into a microphone. I agree, Bob. Screaming is not singing. Yeah, I don't know. Screaming might be too much. They definitely just yell into a mic. And I don't want to spend too much time on this because I've already lost like 50 people in the live stream. all the Beastie Boy lovers are gone. But I just don't get it. My LFS have Dario Myanmar. What do you know about them? I think I'll tell you that I have them too, and I believe I have them. I believe they have like the hints of blue with the yellow fins, if that's the one I'm thinking of. And like, oh no, Dario Myanmar. Sorry, completely different fish. That one I've actually never kept before. Let me just Google this now, because now I'm confused. You guys got me all riled up with Beastie Boys. Ugh, so bad. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the Black Tiger Dario. So yes, I have kept this. It can take some time to get them off of live food and onto flake, but it is possible. And I mean, actually, no, it probably only took me like 2 months to get them to eat flake food. But generally, they're one of those fish that will only eat live food. So I would definitely hatch out brine if you're going to get them and try to transition them. Or you could just feed them live foods. I mean, I don't know how you get down. If you like doing live foods, do live foods. But yeah, just that's my only advice with them. They're not shy, which is nice for a smaller fish. At least mine weren't. So yeah, if you like them, get them. Ray says, we love Bob because he's personal. Just because his love for music blows, he's still a hero. I feel like I got pretty good taste in music, to be honest. I do know a thing or two about music, which is why I know Beastie Boys is not music. Oh, man. Are pygmy sunfish worth it? That's only a question you could answer. Are they worth it to me? Yes. But if you ask someone else, they could probably say no, right? I mean, that's a personal preference question. I will say, now that is a fish that can be shy. So like heavily planted, some type of dither fish would help. When I kept them with Heterandria formosa, and they would come out all the time. So definitely still small. MD 2020? Why are you guys talking about that? Holy smokes. Come on. Aqua Discovery, what's up, buddy? Says, I love my black tiger Darios. Mine are on Bug Bites Tropical Small. There you go. What did I feed mine? And it's been about 5 years since I've kept them, probably longer. It was a granule of some type, but I honestly, I don't remember. It's been so long. Do you think there is a benefit to making the whole back wall of your aquarium foam? Seems like it would be good for shrimp, even when and even beneficial bacteria. I think it would be ugly over time. So I think some of the problems you're going to run into is that it'll be like static cling for all of the whatever that's floating around in your aquarium, whether it's breaking down organics, fish poop, all that mulm will just stick to it on the back and to the foam. So instead of like gravel vacuuming, you would have to like gravel vacuum your foam. And what did you get into? Where are you at? Hey. All right, thank you, buddy. So I think that would be one of the issues. Like I see it with people that try to do moss wall backgrounds, and the same thing will happen is that like the water flows and it's just like all of the detritus, whatever mulm just sticks to it. So it requires a lot of maintenance to keep it looking good. If you're not concerned about that, I don't know that there's any benefit. Like you'd have to have a massive bioload to need an entire wall of foam for beneficial bacteria. I would be really surprised if there was actually beneficial bacteria all over like every little piece of foam in there. Scream, I'll eat a slice of pie for a $50 shelter donation. I don't know that I would do that. I don't know. I would want it more personalized donation. See, I'm not a fan of donating cash. Because I don't know, you mean, are they going to use it to refill their coffee machine, or are they actually going to go use it to buy more dog food? So, yeah. Candy, I forgot you also keep spotted Congo puffers. They're my heart. Oh, is Candy here? Everyone was talking about Candy earlier, but I don't see her. I don't think she's here. I don't see her. So fish, I lost all my green tiger barbs, Bob. You still know a guy? What? I special ordered those just for you. Those fish, I was always anti-tiger barb until I special ordered those green tiger barbs for you. And I was like, wow, these are actually really fun fish to watch. And ever since then, I have liked tiger barbs. I still will probably never keep any, but they were really, really a fun fish. And if I start ordering again, actually, I just got a list right here. Emailed me today. Let me see if they're even available. Not that I'm ordering, but I'm just curious. Green tiger barb, multiple sizes available even. So, yeah, I can still get them, but, you have to do like the minimum order. So that's not going to happen for a while. A trio of Borneo suckers in a 10-gallon with green neons. Will it be okay? Yes, a little small, but it would work. It would work. Have you watched the drummers? They stomp on the bass pedal like a kid throwing a fit after not getting what they want. It's just racket, not talent, in my opinion. I will say it does take talent to be a drummer, but I will also say that drums is by far the easiest instrument to learn, as long as you have rhythm. If you have rhythm, drums are very easy to learn, but it still requires some talent, especially the kick drum. You'd be surprised. I don't know if you ever tried it, but that's the hardest part of learning the drums for me, was the kick drum. I put driftwood. It's like when you pat your head and rub your stomach. Like I can do that easily, but if you can't do that, then you're probably shouldn't be playing drums with a kick drum anyways. I don't know if that made sense. Probably not. I lost a lot of fish, Bob. I'm sad. They were so pretty, especially sad about them. Yeah, I mean, they already had pretty good color when I had them, if I remember. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I wish I could help, but I don't think I'm going to be ordering fish probably for at least another 2 months. Although I've been so tempted. I tell you what, if I do order, because I've been, it would be so stupid of me to order fish, but there's so many fish available right now that I've always wanted. And so it's been hard. So far I've held off, but I might not. If I don't and I order fish, I'll send you a message and see if you want some green tiger barbs. I'll get you some. Drums take stamina as well. Yep, but I don't know that stamina and talent are the same thing, but it definitely does. I'm a pro drummer on Guitar Hero. Honestly, I mean, it's not much harder, honestly, than Guitar Hero. How do I know when my betta is ready to mate? Almost any betta you buy is going to be ready to mate. They don't really sell them as fry or juveniles, so yeah, they're probably good to go. Meadow74M with the $5 super chat. Thanks, Bob. Weird thing is, I didn't see the worms till I got rid of my Mbuna and changed out the sand for Eco Complete Substrate. Oh yeah, they're probably all in the sand then. Yeah, no biggie. So are you? Oh, you got rid of the Mbuna. Oh, man, I'm really surprised that nothing's eating them. It's probably just from stirring up the substrate. I wouldn't be too worried about it. They'll make their way back down into the substrate eventually. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Like, I should have probably asked if you were stirring up the substrate at all. I would recommend Lake Crescent. It is amazing and it is home to 2 species of trout that only live in that lake. You should look into it, but I would love to see a video of it. Is it in my state? I've never heard of it. Lake Crescent. Oh, look at that. Lake Crescent, Washington. Let's see. Where is this? Oh, yeah. See, I've never made it. I've only been to the Olympic National Forest a couple times. I definitely need to make it over there way more. I think that was proper English, but it might not be. I'll definitely have to check it out. It is on the plan to go over there. You know, the rainforest is over there as well. I've been there. And then obviously going to the coast is we'll definitely get it. It might take a month or a year, but we'll get there. It's much harder for me to tap my chest and rub my head than the opposite. That's weird. 100% agree. Drums are my instrument of choice. I'm a piano guy. That's kind of my thing. I would say, but out of all, well, I almost said that the drums were the easiest instrument to learn, but maybe like the xylophone is probably way easier. I don't know. Anyways, I need help with high pH. Will spring water lower or raise my pH? Well, it depends. Like spring water, depending on where you're getting spring water, could have high or low pH. If you want to lower your pH, then you want to use distilled water. Distilled water will lower your pH. What would your stocking preferences be for a 29-gallon tank? Honestly, I would plan it, and I would do ember tetras. I would do some... I'm all about small fish. So, like, I'd rather have a larger school of ember tetras than a smaller school of, like, Congo tetras, right? So, it's 29 gallons. I would do ember tetras because they're small. I would do maybe some green neon rasboras, and then I would do maybe some Corridora habrosis, and then I can, with that, being that they're all smaller, I could also do shrimp, so maybe get some cherry shrimp to throw in there. Who's messaging me and why? You got stickers? No, I don't got stickers. That's old Trevor messaging me. Don't message me while I'm streaming, noob. Jeez. Man. Anyways, what would be your... Oh, I just answered that one. So there's my answer. Roundhouse to the face. Aquatics says, re-pygmy sunfish, are they like killies? No. and have a breeding season, or like Molly where it's, oh, I guess I should have finished the question. You could trigger them to spawn pretty much whenever. Yeah, there you go. Should give Banjo a go. It would be fun. It would be fun. My triangle. The triangle. Okay. Well, maybe something like that. I don't know. The kazoo. Ah, jeez. There we go. What is my biggest fish? My Mabu puffer. My MBU puffer. Anyways, what kind of outdoor pond water overflow would you recommend? I could do passive hole. I would only do passive holes. So my outdoor tubs have like a 1/4-inch hole drilled in them towards the top, and that's it. That's all. I don't know. It's just super easy. I don't know why I would do anything else. I would write an essay on it if I wasn't limited to 200 characters. As I can't come out that way to get a Pisto Borellii, where would you suggest I order from? I've never ordered fish offline to here in Connecticut. I don't have a good online source for Apistos. Maybe the Wet Spot Tropical Fish in Portland, Oregon. But outside of that, maybe, yeah, I don't have a good source for Apistos. I've yet to find like one place that has a good selection of Apistos. But that would be my one suggestion. The Wet Spot Tropical Fish. So when you Google it, the Wet Spot Tropical Fish, Portland, Oregon. That's what you want to Google, and you'll find them. Also, Congo Tetra prices are double or triple now. I haven't looked in a long time, but it wouldn't surprise me. I think I did a live stream like a year, maybe a little longer ago, about the price of fish going up. So there you go. Question: when hatching brine shrimp, so you're gonna ask me a question about something that I've never done in my entire life. So let's see if I can answer it. Jesse says, when hatching brine shrimp, after 24 hours, I seem to get a good hatch. Is it okay to leave them in the hatcher with the air to feed the next time? I would say yes. But again, I have never done brine shrimp in my life. I'm about to do it for the very first time this week. Or next week. I haven't decided. So yeah, there you go. What else we got here? Seapole13333 says, I play the flute and I don't even know what that is, and I want to learn to play the guitar. Man, the guitar was difficult for me to learn. I don't know why. Piano, super easy. Guitar took a minute. 2 times 90 gallon to do something with. What would your choice of rainbows? Whew. Oh, there's so many. I would have to say Parkinsoni. And then, you know, a rainbow that I like that no one else likes is the Madagascar rainbow fish. I don't know why that fish is not more popular, but I feel like it should be. Madagascar rainbow fish and the Parkinsoni rainbow fish. But don't get what I like. Get what you like. Look at them all and make sure you get something you like, not what I like. I would stick with LFS for Apistos. Never had luck with online, but the Wet Spot is probably the best bet. Aquatic Arts isn't bad. See, I've never ordered from Aquatic Arts, so I have no idea. Therefore, I won't recommend them. It's not because I don't like them or anything. It's just I've gotten thousands of fish from the Wet Spot, and I've gotten 0 from the Aquatic, so I can't really endorse a company that I've never used. So it's not. I don't have any issues with them. It's just I've never bought fish from them, and I probably never will because now I can buy fish at wholesale. So why would I? Stew Dog 933 says, I wish I could meet you in person, but I would probably annoy you with all my questions. Speaking of which, do you plan on? I'll probably annoy you with my questions, but let me ask you a question. Do you plan on doing some sort of fan meetup when COVID goes away? I feel like that would be a gigantic fail. I don't know that there'd be like That'd be like, I don't have much of an ego, but if I feel like if I did like a fan meetup and like 2 people showed up, I'd probably be a little sad. So I don't know that I would do anything specifically for me, but if there was ever like, if they brought back the aquatic experience, or maybe the the big cichlid show in Ohio, I forgot what it is, but maybe do something at one of the shows. Then yeah, absolutely, because we did that at the aquatic experience like every year. We did the meetups and had dinner and stuff like that. Regina Phalange says, I have Madagascar rainbows. They are huge. That makes me extremely happy because they do get big. But I like them because they have the torpedo body, and that is like my absolute favorite shape of a fish is the torpedo. So that's why I like Cyprichromis. That's why I like the Madagascar rainbow fish. You can find a lot of West African cichlids that have that, like dwarf cichlids that have that kind of torpedo shape. I shouldn't say a lot. There's only a few, but yeah. Anyways, Trish says, brine shrimp, yes. Add back water or add a little fresh until next day, or I put in the fridge in fresh water. There you go. Honestly, I don't have any reason why I've never done brine shrimp. I've just always done micro worms, and that's just been my go-to like every time. We got an aquatic arts employee in here, Bob. Oh, is Hales Yes in here? If Hales Yes is in here, then I can only talk about my experiences from places I've ordered. Like I said, I'm not bad mouthing aquatic arts. I just never order from them. So how can I promote them? Like, that doesn't seem very genuine. That's like the people who get sponsorships from companies that they've never used before. Like, oh, all of a sudden I love this company. Never mind the fact they're giving me $500 to say that, and I've never ordered anything from them. Because there are YouTubers that do that, and I'm never gonna be that guy. Not that anyone has ever reached out, but still, you know what I mean. Torpedoes, totally. Yep. And a gigantic school of Madagascar rainbows are awesome. Simply awesome. A fat man asks Sean OOTD, he knows who has the best ones. What? I don't know. You keep getting Dragon Lair. You keep getting flagged for spam. So all your comments so far have been flagged. I don't know why. Apparently YouTube thinks you're a spammer though. So maybe someone reported you at some point. Just letting you know that all of your comments so far have had to been approved, which is kind of weird because you are not a spammer. Corey had a tote with adult brine shrimp before. Yes, I'm doing that. I will be doing that. I think it was like 3 months ago or something. I was at his house and we were looking at that brine shrimp, maybe longer. But I was like, you have to tell me how to do this. And not only did he tell me how to do this, but he gave me a 5-gallon bucket of salt. He's like, here you go. Zen Ginger says, Bob, even though you have a co-op brine shrimp hatchery, you should do a video on a decent DI. I don't know what DI. I don't know what that means. Oh, DI. Okay. I have no interest in DIYing a brine shrimp hatchery at all. So if we're bringing this back around to the topic of the live stream where I'm like, give me some suggestions for DIY stuff. And I'm just like, nope. I have no interest of doing the DIY brine shrimp. I just don't. I'm sorry. For the same reason, we talked about this in the members only live stream, that I have no interest in doing DIY CO2. Like, it's just, that's not for me. What was my nickname in high school? I'm trying to think if I even had one. I don't think I had one. Be right back. Got to get food out of the oven. Oh, man, I could use some dinner. I got to go grocery shopping. Man, I got nothing. Like, everyone keeps talking about Haley, but I don't see her here. Like, am I just blind today? I don't know. Like, I don't see Haley anywhere. Like, People were talking about Candy. I didn't see her either, and her name is in blue, and I didn't see it. I don't know. I don't know. Bob, even though, oh yeah. So yeah, Zen. I don't know. Just I don't know why I have no interest in doing a DIY one, but I just don't. And honestly, that's why I've never done it. Is because I've been waiting for something like this brine shrimp hatchery, but yeah. Stu Dog says, sorry, I will sit in a corner now. No need for that. How about a DIY poly pill water polisher? DIY polyfill water polisher. Possibly. The thing is I usually use hang-on backs for polyfill water polishers, and it's just way easier for me. Haley was here, Candy was not. Okay, there we go. Well, let's just do this then. People are sad. Wait, I won't say people. I am sad you are not in my stream, and so is everyone else. Boo. Boo. I'm just going to keep booing Candy until she answers. Boo. Boo. I wish I could show you this, but I'm not going to show you my messenger. Boo. Boo. Joey did the polisher already. See, that's one thing I'm not concerned about at all. The reason I want to do more DIY videos is because I feel like, and just more videos in general, and don't think I'm like not trying to like, you know, say anything negative about, you know, Joey already did that or your comment or anything. I feel like there's just certain videos that as an aquarium channel I should have on my channel. So I mean, that's why I did the how to drill a tank video on yesterday, right? I mean, you could find a million videos of those on YouTube, including one from Corey. And when you search it, Corey's is the first one that comes up. But I just feel like I should have one on my channel. Like, I should just have one on my channel. I don't know. Still no response. I'm still going to boo. 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 What else? We want candy. We want candy. We want candy. I was trying to think if there was any candy I wanted, and I don't know, just not a big sweets person. Bob, how long did it take your jumbo sips to spawn? My males are colored up. Well, that's I never spawned from the fry, so I don't know. So I bought them as pretty full-grown juveniles, and then when I spawned them, I sold them. So I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. They are not fast-growing fish, though. Most cichlids grow pretty fast, but Cyperchromis, I mean, they're like Lake Tanganyika and rainbow fish. They're almost identical to rainbow fish. They just don't grow very fast at all. I attach a bottle with screen to external pump for gravel vac water changes, and I love it. See, now that would be cool. That would be cool. I just realized what you get if you combine Bob with Boo. Babu? I don't know. What you should message her is that your stream would be sweeter with some... Dang, see, Paul, you're smooth. I bet you get all the ladies. Okay, I'll do it. My stream would be sweeter with some candy. That's so... Oh, man. Booing was a weird thing to join the stream too. Yeah, you should have some of everything on your channel, simply because not everyone watches other channels. Exactly. Like, I've never done a video on the oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on I've never done a video on cycling a tank, because I'm just like, well, there's already a million of them out there. But that's another one I feel like I should just have on my channel, just because I am an aquarium channel. Like, That's a lot of reason I haven't done like much educational stuff on my channel, is because I feel like I was always like, well, there's already a million videos of that. But then I still get people like, hey, do you have a video of the nitrogen cycle? And I'm like, no, but you can just Google it and there's like a million. So I just need to get those videos done and do them. That's why I want to do DIY stuff as well. A DIY 3D background would be super fun to do. So that would be a good one. I swear to God, bamboo shrimp can disappear until they want to be found. That is certainly true. I remember the first time I got a bamboo shrimp and it molted and I saw the molt floating around. I was like, oh, it freaking died. I killed it. It's dead. And then like 2 months later, I saw it. And I'm like, what the? It was so, I mean, I was a pretty big noob back then, obviously, but still. It's pretty funny. Anything for beginners. There's a lot, but it feels safer coming from the bigger channels. Yeah, that's also a stigma that I think we need to do away with. And I don't know how, like, just because you have a large following doesn't mean you know anything. I mean, look at these Florida idiots that are just killing fish and animals just left and right. But they have like 1 million subscribers and they're just killing animals nonstop. So it definitely shouldn't be one of those things that like, you're a big channel, you must know what you're talking about. Definitely not the case. There's lots of really good small channels out there. But there's also a lot of really crappy small channels out there. So how do you know? I don't know. I don't have an answer. I do not have an answer. DIY 3D backgrounds are fun. I've been making more lately. The M&M video is great. Oh, see, you must be talking about Corey's. Can't beat Corey's M&M cycle video. Well, I might not be able to beat it, but I could copy it. Right? How about I just copy it and make it worse? How about that? That sounds like a good strategy. There can never be enough how to cycle videos because it's so important. It's often taken for granted. And you never know who will come upon it. Yeah, I mean, you really don't. I mean, if you search YouTube for anything, chances are it's going to be an aquarium collab video that pops up first. But you still never know. You know, who knows? You got to have it on there, though. I feel like as a fish channel, I definitely need more educational stuff. I mean, I've been doing this for long enough now that I feel like I have enough experience to make some educational videos for sure. PRJ since 1990. You are a big channel in my book, Bob. The notification bell is on for your vids. Well, I appreciate it. And I also appreciate, I don't know like what happened in February, but that was one of the best months I've ever had on YouTube was February. So thank you for watching my videos, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I love bamboo shrimp. I have 4 of them, but they are crafty, and you think they're gone until they show up a week later. Yeah, you know, I mean, they do have to hide the molt. It takes them a while to molt, and they're also, I mean, even tetras can kill a full-grown bamboo tetra just from pecking at it, because they're pretty tasty when they're molting. So, you know, I don't blame them for hiding. Way to strive for mediocrity, Bob. Hey, no one does that better than me, my friend. No one. All right, C-Pull, your line didn't work either, so I'm back to booing. Boo. Boo. I'm going to do all caps now. Boo. Boo. Oh, there we go. Boo. We need more new videos. Bored? You know, I thought about upping it to 2 videos a week, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to do that until I know what my situation is going to be, because I'm very busy right now there's just a lot going on right now. I have 0 reasons why I watched how to drill a hole in a tank. Not necessary, but I honestly love to watch it. All of everything. Yeah, I feel like it was still kind of, I mean, there were some funny parts in it, so I don't know, it was kind of entertaining. I laughed at it when I was editing it, so, you know, there you go. DIY aquatic terraforma. 3D backgrounds, rock walls, sand banks, waterfalls. Did you seriously just boo me? No, I said, I am sad you're not in my stream, and so is everyone else. And then I said my stream would be sweeter with some candy, but that was Seapole. I can't take credit for that. That was his pretty snazzy pickup line. A true ladies' man, Seapole, apparently. Don't dilute your greatness, Bob. One video a week is fine. Yeah, one video a week has... Well, so last summer, we'll go back to last summer. I was on a 2-hour phone call with KG Tropicals, and then I got together with Corey for like an entire day, helping him with a plant import order. And between the 2-hour call with KG and Corey, they both got me pumped. Corey came up with a strategy. He spent an insane amount of time like going over all my analytics and everything, and came up with a strategy. And ever since then, my channel has been doing so well. I'm so internally grateful to Corey. And he was the one that told me to do one video a week. And like even a couple weeks ago, I told him, I was like, I think I'm going to go to 2 videos a week. And he's like, don't be stupid. I'm like, oh, okay, I won't be stupid. So it's like, I even like poured over like all this like reasoning why I was going to go to 2. And I showed these other channels, and he's like, those channels are idiots. Don't do it. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just do one a week. Like, what am I supposed to do? You got to hear Bob. Yay. Yay. Now I can go woohoo instead of boo. Are you guys saying boo or boo earns? Boo earns. Actually, a tank reseal video would be great. I would love to do a tank reseal video. On the next one that leaks, that's under 40 gallons, I will do a tank reseal video. Like, I have my 75 that needs to be resealed, but that's, man, that's too much of a project for me right now. Something that big. Didn't mean for you to do more, Bob. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yep. Bob, your content has really stepped up in a big way over the last few months. Your content is great. I even watched Get Outdoors, even though I'm not a camper. Well, that, to be honest, Get Outdoors, that's all Jimmy's editing. I mean, and all of his filming, too. Like, I do the vlog stuff, but a lot of times I'm just like, I don't want to film right now. I'd rather just enjoy the moment. So, I don't even film that much. That's all Jimmy over there. The Madagascar rainbow, it's called the Bedosia gayi. I'm probably butchered that, but yeah, it's not technically in the same family as rainbow fish. So like the pure like rainbow fish elitist will be like, oh, that's not a rainbow fish. Same with the pseudomagills, like they'll be like, oh, that's not a rainbow fish. But you know, they needed a home, so rainbow fish took them in. They're their own separate entity, if you will. There's 2 different species, and that's it. And so rainbow fish were like, you can come join us. You're a pretty little fish, so come join the other pretty little fish. And so yeah, they're now rainbow fish, even though they're not rainbow fish. I wonder how the short videos impact channels. Not sure if they count or compare to long videos for the algorithm. Really, it's all about watch time. So whether you have percentage, I could be wrong. But if you make a 5-minute video and they watch 80% of it, and you make a 10-minute video and they watch 80% of it, I think that's exactly the same thing. Like, I'm pretty sure. I don't know for sure. I mean, nobody knows, right? The algorithm, I think last year the algorithm changed like almost 400 times. So it's impossible to keep up with what YouTube wants. Kyle's Aquatics, or Kyle Aquarium Metric says, I ruined a whole shrimp colony not knowing how to reseal. It was so sad. There's definitely, so when I reseal tanks, like anything in this hobby, you have to be patient, very, very patient. So when I reseal, I'll let them sit for a month before I even think about using them. Bob doesn't care, Zen. What? Candy, just ask Bob what kind of stuff I'm approving without you here. Yeah, I do care actually, Candy, and you know I care. Um, yeah, man, it's been wild. It's been wild and crazy. I'm telling you. I can't stop watching a Dolphoid behind you. I love them. I better start saving my monies. Yeah, I thought they would come down in price by now, but they really haven't. I mean, they've come down a little since they first came into the hobby a couple years ago, but they're just a beautiful Corydora. Other Bob? Oh, Bob Kaler is here. Woo! Another woohoo! I would love to go to Tennessee. I am super excited to go to Tennessee. And when I was talking to Fish Room Fever on a stream, I was like, when are we doing the meetup? But of course, everything's still shut down, so there's no plans for one. But I cannot wait to go to Tennessee and meet everyone. I think it's going to be fun. The Tennessee Fish Mafia. Regina Phalange says, I'm feeding my Madagascars right now, bloodworms and mysis shrimp. Yep. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm just watching one of Rio's video, Mr. Rio. I also want to go there too. I want to travel so bad, you have no idea. I want to go see Rio. I want to do like a cross-country road trip. I want to go to Peru. I want to go to Antarctica. So many places. I actually applied for a job in Antarctica about a month ago. I haven't heard anything, but I did apply. Have I been to Europe? No. Nope. I've only been to Canada and Mexico. The only other countries I've ever been to. Canada and Mexico. Hey, Kaler's Aquatics, did you go to the meetup with TN Aqua, says Rose Aquatics? Rose? Dolbeck Aqua Design says, makes sense though, the casual viewer will probably not watch if you upload more than once per week, and always uploading on the same day makes it easy for them. Yep. And YouTube actually now tells you when is the best time for you to upload and release your videos, which is pretty crazy. So they've definitely been stepping up their game and helping us out. All right. What else? Hey guys, I'm back. I got that one. I just put in a request at work to relocate to Nashville. Should I bring my fish from Cali or sell them? Seems like it might be a pain. I would say it depends on the fish. If you just have like tetras and rasboras and all the common stuff, get rid of them. Buy new ones. But if you have any special fish or rare fish, I would definitely keep them. Arlo is going to need a job if you a jacket if you get a job in Antarctica. He's also going to need a job to help pay the rent. Come back to Canada and meet us. I would love to go to Canada. You guys have. I'm really in the market for a 4x4 van, and there's way more 4x4 vans or all-wheel drive in Canada than there are in the U.S. And I'm only an hour away from Canada. I wish I could just go up there, buy a van, and bring it back, but. I've not heard good things about getting through the border right now. I've been to London, England. One word, actually, too gray and cold, but I enjoyed the museum. I love you, Bob. Kaler's Aquatics. It just isn't the same without Roro. What? Sandy says, do you have stickers? I do not. I used to have stickers like 5 years ago. I do not anymore. I think I might have a couple kicking around somewhere, but no, not specifically. Astrovan Baby 5.3 all-wheel drive. It's actually a 4.6 liter all-wheel drive. I've never seen one with a 5.3, but yeah, that is my van I've been trying to find. But they are here in Washington. An all-wheel drive Astro or Safari is like $10,000. I can go to any other state and you can buy them all day long for a couple thousand. But here, I don't know why, they're like 10 grand for a decent one. It's ridiculous. Oh man, a 4x4 diesel van is on my bucket list. Yes, the Mitsubishi Delica. Oh man, I would love one of those, but those are even more expensive. Any advice about pink flamingo crypts tissue culture? My advice is to be very, very, very patient. That plant, whether it's tissue culture or not, in my experience, has always been insanely slow grower. Like super slow. Like crypts are pretty slow in general. And then flamingo crypts on top of that are just like out of this world slower. So my advice is be patient. The good news is it's not really like it doesn't take a lot of high tech setups to get it to turn color, which is nice, or to keep it that reddish pinkish color. What's the minimum tank size you'd recommend for a single Jack Dempsey? Minimum I would do, it's not a fish I would do, but if I did do it, I personally wouldn't keep it in anything under a 40 breeder. You can probably get them in Montana pretty cheap. I've been looking. Yeah, I've been looking in other states, and I'm not opposed to. I mean, it would be a lot cheaper for me to fly somewhere else and buy one for $3,000 and drive it home, and way more fun than it would be to pay. I mean, I can't afford to pay $10,000 for one anyways, so that's like my only option. You should totally update your merch, Bob. Stickers, hats, shirts with your logo, and maybe one of your catchphrases like "Holy smokes." Is that do I have catchphrases? I don't even know. You know what? I've thought about merch, but honestly, I haven't sold a shirt in like, it's probably been like 9 months since someone has bought one of my shirts. So it's just not a very high priority. They just don't, I don't know. They just don't sell well. And I'm not much of a clothes designer. So yeah. Merch. Yeah, merch has definitely not ever been like a hot item ever. I want a Ford Econoline with a diesel in it. I mean, that's the dream. The 7.3 liter Power Stroke with the 4x4 conversion. That's like an $80,000 van, though. At least here. Anyways, any advice on Snow White Anubias? My advice is to trust where you're buying it from. A lot of these fancy, I'm just calling them like fancy strains of Anubias, like you can make Anubias white or different colors by the amount or lack of nutrients or minerals you supply to it. So a lot of people, this was big when like Snow White Anubias first hit the market like 5-6 years ago. I forget what it is, but you can I forget what mineral it is, but one of the minerals you can starve it and the leaves will turn white. I don't remember if it, probably calcium if I was to guess. Like if you just starve it of calcium, the leaves would turn white, and then they would sell it as Snow White, and people were paying like $80 for this plant, sometimes over $100, and then they would put it in their tank, which has calcium, and then all the leaves would turn green again. So I've always stayed away from any white Anubias, just because I've never really trusted the source. So that I would be very careful on where you buy it from. And honestly, I don't even know if that's still a thing that happens. But when that plant first came out, oh man, there were scammers all over the place. Hey Bob, have you seen Fish for Thoughts channel? Oh yeah, of course. I believe he's a brand ambassador for the co-op. At least was or is or maybe, I don't know. But yeah, absolutely. Fisher Fever needs a shirt that says absolutely. I'd be wondering if I have a catchphrase. I do feel like I say holy smokes a lot. I don't know. I think I only say it on YouTube, though. I think in real life I say something that would probably get me demonetized on YouTube. Apparel. Yeah, there's a little. I mean, there's like a little bit of apparel there. Yeah. When borders open again, I want to fly to Vancouver and do a pilgrimage to the co-op. Oh, my girlfriend will understand. I work at Ford. I drive a Ford, build transits. Well, sounds like you can get me the hookup. I don't think there's any such thing as a hookup in cars anymore. I think they've gotten like so cheap that I don't know. Is there any markup on cars anymore? I feel like there's not. I guess there would have to be, otherwise no one's making money, but I didn't know that Steenfott Aquatics will have my Neocardinia tank, so I'll find out soon. The tank has a lot of calcium in it. You are great. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if that's still a problem, but when that plant first hit the market, I mean, almost every single like Pinto, Snow White Pintos, anything white on Aquabid was a scam. It was terrible. Are you going to make an igloo next on Get Outdoors? If we get anywhere where there's snow, then yes, absolutely. Or a Quincy. If we go anywhere and stay a couple days, then I would do a Quincy. But if it's just a one-nighter, probably an igloo would be the best bet. And American Pickers van would probably work with some homemade engineering. You know, honestly, you don't even really need four-wheel drive, but it's just that peace of mind, especially here in Washington. I definitely want four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive van. Not swearing is the hardest part for me. So luckily, like, I'm going to say, outside of YouTube, I swear a lot. And most YouTubers do. You know, that shouldn't be really any surprise. But luckily, I've done like over 10 years in retail. I've done, you know, years in probably, I think like 5 years in tech support where you're not allowed to swear. So I'm usually pretty good at having the filter. I'm just used to it. When will you have clown killifish in stock? I'm not going to have anything in stock for at least another 2 months. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. The soonest I would have anything would be May, and even that is like probably not going to happen. Where's the link to the Red Aquarium co-op hat? It's right here, man. There is no such thing. There were, I believe, only 2 of these made, if I remember correctly. Corey has one, if he still has it, and I have the only other one. So, you know, kind of a big deal. My shirt would say y'all. I feel like oh my gosh. See, I have the worst memory ever. Man. Jeffro's would be y'all. I tried flamingo crypts twice. They croaked real quick. Didn't like my 721 ppm. Holy smokes. That's 721? Jeez. That's holy smokes. Is it possible to keep crystal red shrimp without RO water? Yes, I do. It can take a long time though. A long time. So my crystal red are tap water. Now my water is soft to start with, but still it's not RO water. I got 12 of them. They all died within like the first month. I got 12 more, and about 4 of them survived for like a year. And they just survived. They didn't have babies, nothing like that. And then after about the year mark, they finally started producing little shrimplets. And now I probably have like 40 or 50 of them. And I'm getting more and more, you know, every couple of months. It probably took close to 2 years to get them to spawn for the first time in my tap water. So that's my experience with them. I would never keep a fish where I had to have RO water. That's just not something I think I would enjoy. Bob Kaler with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, and good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Sorry. Things have been kind of crazy around here. You know, they're probably going to still be crazy for a couple more months, but what are you going to do? You should have a t-shirt that says, I don't like sweets, but I like candy. She's probably already gone. So I have to boo her again. Oh, no, she's still here. Okay. To be fair, oh yeah, to be fair, and I don't pay retail. Like, only suckers pay retail. Only suckers pay retail. Yeah, 721, I would do half and half. That's crazy. That's crazy high. Holy smokes. Man, I guess I do say holy. Now I'm like conscious of how often I'm saying holy smokes. Holy smokes. All right. Anyways, would shrimp die in hard water? Nope. If other water parameters are normal, nope. Hard water is generally, well, I guess, you know, depending on the shrimp. So like cherry shrimp, 7.8 pH hard water, perfect. So my red tiger something are only about 3 inches, and my lord is the aggression through the roof, by far more aggressive than my jaguar. Red tiger. Oh my gosh. How about I just Google this? There's no way I can say that word. Modagensis. Oh, well, it's a parachromis. Of course it's going to be hyper aggressive. It's a parachromis. Anything with parachromis in it is generally going to be a jerk. Yeah, not my cup of tea, but yeah, Central American cichlids, gonna be aggressive. You said no RO water, but haven't you kept salt water? When I did salt water, I got my water right out of the tap. So, yep. Oh my, or big mental hugs. You do say big mental hugs a lot. I do recall seeing that a time or two. Fried cauliflower? Ugh. Ugh. I am looking into getting a business license and steps so I can buy fish wholesale. It's complicated. I'm not ready yet. It's a goal of mine. Still have a small, to have a small fish business. So, I mean, I wish I could give you some advice, but it's so setting up an LLC, or a small business is different. It's so different in every single state. So, anyways, I don't want to get on a tangent, but yeah. Here you got to have your business license, you got to have a resale permit, you got to pay annual fees, and there's so much to keep track of. Ugh, it's a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt. What would a good size outdoor fish tub be for white clouds? Kevin Rosenberg, my answer is gonna be the same as a fish tank. The biggest you can get, the better. Jags are not that aggressive when younger. Hey Bob, can you keep saltwater without coral or enemies? Anemones? You don't need corals. I mean, I'm definitely not a saltwater expert. I've kept one saltwater tank in my lifetime. You definitely don't need coral. They're called Fowler tanks. Fish only without live rock, and it's just the fish, no corals. Has anyone ever kept African butterfly fish, and how was keeping them? So I've never kept them, but they are pretty easy fish to keep. Not generally too aggressive, pretty peaceful. Not too terrible of a fish to keep. I don't know why I said terrible, but standard tropical water parameters, and you'll do just fine. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, it's a whole process. Yep. It is definitely a process, and to be honest, it was a really fun learning experience, learning how to set it all up and, doing your articles of incorporation and all that stuff. It was fun, like just the knowledge aspect of it and, getting that under your belt. It was pretty fun. How large of a tank would you recommend for clown loaches? Have a 50-gallon, not sure if large enough. I wouldn't do clown loaches myself in anything under an 8-foot tank. That's just me. So and it's because they like to be in large groups and they get big, like 14 to 16 inches. Yeah, it takes like 20 years, but eventually they do get that big. So for me, it would have to be an 8-foot tank. Maybe not right away, because like I said, it does take forever for them to grow, but at some point they're going to need an 8-foot tank at least. Fowler, fish only with live rock. Is that what I said? Maybe I didn't say it right, but yep, Fowler. That's it, Fowler. So just Google Fowler or YouTube it. You'll see all kinds of stuff. Do I like pest snails? I like them so much, I don't even call them pest snails. I don't think they're pests at all. They are so beneficial to your ecosystem. They don't eat plants. They only eat decaying plants. They'll pick up any leftover food. To me, they're not any better or worse than shrimp. Like shrimp do all that stuff too. And I'd say that snails do it better than shrimp. So there you go. Kathleen says, great stream. Good night, everyone. Yes, it is 7 o'clock. It is the 2-hour mark, and we are done. And yeah, I got to go to the bathroom, or I would stick around a little longer, but I'm practically dancing in my chair, so I got to go. Let's see. I want to thank Multi-Jacker, Curtis Schindler, Danikin Aquatics, Fish Tank Barn, Andrew, Kelly, Matthew. Oops, dang it. Took a deep breath, and then I lost the spot. Carlos, the Fish Nerd, JFK2, Dinky Winky Dog, Tiffany White, Fish Room Fever, Furloughs Aquatics, Regina Phalange, K-Stu, Megan, Medcow74M, Kaylers Aquatics. Thank you for the super chats and the memberships. I appreciate it. And of course, thanks to all the subscribers, commenters, lurkers, and we even got Candy to come in here. We're so blessed. Thank you, everyone. This is actually really fun. I'm sorry I didn't really stay on topic at all. I think we stayed on topic for about 5 minutes. And, well, anyway, it's got some suggestions, which is all I was after. So I appreciate it. And, yeah, I'll hopefully see you all next week on Monday, right? See ya.